I never planned on stopping at the hotel. It wasn't even on my route. I only pulled off the highway because the fog was so dense it looked like the world had been erased. My GPS kept losing signal, and when I finally saw the flicker of a neon sign through the haze, I took it as a small mercy, not a warning. Inside, the lobby looked nicer than I expected, old-fashioned, but clean in a way that felt forced, like someone had only just wiped everything down after years of neglect. The clerk didn't look up when I approached. He just slid a paper ledger toward me with a single yellowed key already sitting on top. No room number was written on it. I asked which room it belonged to, but he only muttered, "You'll find it." I assumed he was half asleep or annoyed at working the night shift, but there was something else about him, this rigid stillness, as if he wasn't breathing. I tried not to dwell on it. The hallway upstairs smelled faintly of mildew, but the air felt strangely cold, like someone had left a window wide open. None were. I checked. The carpet sank softly under my shoes, but every step seemed to echo much louder than it should have. When I reached the third door on the left, the key slipped into the lock so smoothly it felt planned. Inside, the room looked perfectly ordinary, maybe a little too ordinary. The bed was made too tight, military style. The curtains were drawn even though there was no light outside to block. On the desk, there was a phone, an old rotary model, black and dusty. I hadn't seen one in years. I tossed my bag on the bed and tried to shake off the weirdness. I told myself I was just exhausted, but the moment I sat down, I had this creeping feeling that someone had been in the room recently, not just cleaned it, occupied it. The sheets were cold, but not hotel cold, more like body heat cooled down cold. I left the room to grab my charger from the car, and when I came back up, the door was slightly ajar. I knew for a fact I had closed it. My stomach tightened, but the hallway was silent, and I convinced myself the latch simply didn't catch. Inside the room, everything was exactly where I left it, except the phone. It had been moved, only a few inches, but I noticed. The cord was stretched tight, like someone had lifted the receiver and set it back down too quickly. I checked the bathroom, the closet, under the bed, nothing. I wasn't scared yet, just unsettled in that prickly instinctive way you get when you know you're alone but don't feel alone. I locked the door, pushed a chair against it, and tried to sleep. Around 1 a.m. the phone rang. I shot upright, heart pounding. The sound was too loud for a room that small, almost distorted. I stared at it for several rings before I finally forced myself to pick up. For a second, there was nothing but static. Then a voice, soft, close, like someone whispering through cupped hands, said, "You're in my room." I froze. I couldn't speak. The whisper continued, "You shouldn't have come back." Then the line cut, but the phone didn't stop humming, as if someone was still there, breathing on the other end. I grabbed my bag, deciding I'd sleep in my car if I had to, but when I tried to open the door, the handle wouldn't move. Not stuck, held. Something on the other side pulled against me with slow, deliberate pressure. I didn't hear footsteps, didn't hear breathing, just felt the resistance, steady and patient. The chair I'd wedged under the knob scraped slightly, like it was being tested. I stepped back, barely able to breathe. Then suddenly, the pressure stopped. The handle loosened. The hallway went dead silent again. I didn't open the door. I waited until dawn, sitting with my back pressed against the far wall, staring at the handle in case it moved again. When daylight finally bled through the curtains, I grabbed my things, opened the door and ran. No clerk was at the desk. The lobby lights were off.